A brief message from your friendly neighborhood editing Jordan. This is your content warning. We try to keep things PG-13 around here. However, certain among us have a proclivity towards foul language and foul humor, so viewer discretion is advised. This is your only warning. While we're at it, I should probably note that any opinions stated about a certain tabletop role-playing game are just that, our opinions. We have been longtime fans and players of the game, and so we have a vested interest in how game mechanics work, and as a hobby in our group, we enjoy yelling at each other over rules interpretations. So everything that we say is all in good fun. With that in mind, however, I will still ask, Wizards, please hire us. Well, with that out of the way, enjoy the show.
All right. My request was approved.
Was that one of your New Year's resolutions, Pertuset, to have your request approved?
No, the only thing I resoluted was to revolt, and I did. I turned in my sleep.
Uh-huh.
You mean revolve?
Oh, that explains a big mix-up I had earlier this year. Hey everybody, welcome to the Nat One Podcast, aka Nope, because nope, you're not gonna want to hear what we're about to have to say. I'm Pertuset.
I'm Levi.
And I'm Jordan.
Oh, hi guys. Welcome back to another episode of the podcast. We have the unfortunate privilege of there once again being Unearthed Arcana content since our last podcast episode, which was in 2025, if I remember correctly, unless I'm crazy. I didn't have like a fugue state and we recorded one in January, did we?
No.
Okay.
Taryn was stranded in several airports.
That's right. We were gonna record one in January. Yes, that's right. We were gonna record one in January. And then if anyone has been keeping up with US weather for like the month of January, half the country got frozen. And Taryn got stuck across the country from us. And
in several airports.
He sets up our podcast every time we do it, so we couldn't record. That's right.
It's been pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah, we're here. We're back. We're gonna talk about the UA, give our thoughts on it, because we haven't yet given our thoughts on this new one, the 2026, the Mystic subclasses, all the magic classes. Already going on with a chip in my shoulder, I'll tell you that much.
See, we thought if we stopped engaging, they'd stop making new UAs, like if we'd stop talking about them. Because it's like the thing, like if we don't give them attention, they'll stop doing the thing that we don't like. And then they just keep doing it.
Wait. You want to know what's crazy, though? I specifically remember, like, at the beginning of January, at some point, Pertuset and I were talking, and we talked about making subclasses that specifically revolved around nullifying magic.
You did. That's whenever this came out, I messaged the D&D chat and said they've been listening again, guys, because you talked about what a magic character subclass
would. We're not going to talk about things in private.
They have us mic'd.
They're listening, but little do they know, my brain is a miasma filled with poison, and so they're getting a lot worse. Like, I don't even know how many interns I've killed with them having to look at my thoughts.
For every one idea they get, they just lose like 6 interns.
Yeah.
Guys, this is the only way we can produce content. We have to sacrifice the interns. Come on.
The ones that come out with my ideas are the ascended. They go straight into a managerial role. All right. With that in mind, we got 4 today. We got Monk, which has its Warrior of the Mystic Arts, Paladin, Oath of the Spellguard, Rogue, Magic Stealer, Warlock, Vestige, Patron. We'll go in that order. All of them are brand new in theory. There's not a single one of these existed in a previous edition by its namesake. Of course, some of them will have some different DNA, like Mystic Arts is going to be a lot like 4 Elements, I'm going to wager. Magic Stealer, I would guess, is going to be like Arcane Trickster. But the Paladin and Warlock, I have no idea, so.
Yeah, no, we haven't really. I mean, There's the Oath of the Watchers Paladin, which I don't remember what that was officially added in 2014.
I don't remember.
Maybe it was Tasha's, or maybe it was Van Richten's. But the Oath of the Watchers is the closest thing I can think of because their whole thing was like, we hate stuff that's not from the material plane, so we have a bunch of like anti-magic based stuff in our kit because it's like we don't want things to be here.
Yeah.
So they got like that was a huge thing is they got counterspell and everyone was like, oh my god, they're giving a paladin counterspell.
Well, let's see what's improved, what's changed, or if it's more or less the same from last time. And like I said before, I already have a chip on my shoulder because I already hate gishes. I hate half casting. I think it's dumb and bad and lame. But let's see, maybe they'll change my mind. Maybe they'll change my tune. Who wants to start with Monk? Who here's played a Monk before?
Well,
Taryn?
Taryn has. Oh, never mind.
Taryn hates us. He doesn't. He used to stick around and like sit in the background and pretend he wasn't here.
Yeah.
Now he doesn't even do that. He just leaves.
No,
True.
he doesn't love us.
He likes the airports more than us. All right.
Yep.
No,
Well-
he does not. He's never going in another airport ever again.
That's really funny. With that in mind, I guess we'll go ahead and start it off. So I won't read all the prelude. I'll give you what their flavor for it is. Warrior of the Mystic Arts. Wield magic to supplement their martial skill. They harness their supernatural focus to enhance their magical and physical abilities. Great. I learned nothing about them whatsoever there. Level 3, they get spellcasting. They have the pretty typical like third/quarter caster table. They get up to 4th level at level 20. And you get 13 spells known in general. Pretty minimal casting.
Can
Yeah.
I just interject real quick? Can I just say
Mhm.
that description for the subclass kind of just sounds like a description of a monk to me.
It's pretty
Yeah.
insanely basic.
Yeah.
It's
That's just the concept of key.
Yeah, that's
focus. They call it focus now, Jordan.
true. Yeah, they're focus points, and they have been for God, how long? This is
2 years.
24. That's when it came out. Yep, 2 years now. It's been focus, Jordan. Jeez, get with the times.
I will not.
The future is
Yeah.
now, old man.
Resist. Otherwise, and this is the strange thing, they use the sorcerer spell list for almost everything. A little odd, but sure. I feel like they would be more likely to use cleric or maybe druid or ranger because it's wisdom casting, but I guess, it's not.
Maybe they're trying to make the
doesn't
point that it's
matter.
innate. I don't know.
Maybe.
We
But-
actually just want you to be more mad, actually.
That's
Mhm.
true, actually. They do love that. They love it when I'm mad at them.
Yeah.
Uh,
They cycle through more interns that way.
yes.
They don't have to
Um,
pay as many people.
and then you get it back on a long rest. So pretty simple. Yeah, pretty basic. You can look at the actual table if you want the exact details, but like I said, it's a pretty simple. If you know like what the Eldritch Knight does or what the current Arcane Trickster did in 2014, this is pretty much what this one looks like.
True, yeah, this is Eldritch Knight but monk,
Yeah,
actually.
yep.
Yeah.
That's all you get at 3rd level. Spellcasting, awesome.
Yeah.
And at that, you will only get 1st level spells until 7th level.
Oh joy.
Huh. You
Shoo!
will be worse than even the half casters.
Oh, 7th level? You mean like the what is that? Like what's the percentile of players that only play from like 1st to 5th level, basically?
Yeah,
All of
true.
them.
Like
Most.
50%
We're
of the
an
player base.
outlier.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, hey, maybe it gets better. Level 6, Mystic Focus. You keep your magical power and martial focus in perfect balance, allowing you to convert spell slots into focus points. Awesome. Or focus points into spell slots. It's literally meta magic. You just made a sorcerer.
It's just a sorcerer monk.
And that's why they gave it the sorcerer spell list.
Yep.
It's monk.
You can expend a spell slot to regain a number of expended focus points equal to the slot's level. Again, keep in mind at level 20, you will only get 4th level spell slots, meaning at level 20, when you have 20 focus points, you will be able to spend your highest level spell slot to get 1/5 of your focus points back.
No, you can do it at level 19.
That's true. And you get a little more than 1/5. I don't know that math. 4/19. Recovering spell slots as a
Wait, wait,
bonus
wait, wait.
action.
So that means that it actually becomes slightly worse
Yes, at the highest
Yeah.
at
level.
20th level because it gives you less.
Brilliant.
Recovering spell slots is a bonus action. You can transform unexpended focus points to recover one spell slot. Is it another 1-to-1 or is it different? Oh, there's a table. Wait, no, no, no. No, there is a table. What? Why? Why is it
Yeah,
like
there's a
that?
table.
Okay, so for if you want a first level spell slot, you need to spend 2 focus points. Okay, it's double, sure. If you want to get a second level spell slot, you need to spend 3 focus points.
I
Okay, it's
just
not
read
double
further,
anymore. Is
it's
it just plus
bad.
1? It must just be plus 1 because 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 plus 1 is 3. So 3, when you get a third level spell slot, it's 5. That's plus 2.
Mhm.
What happened? Wait a minute,
Were
that's not double,
Fibonacci
and it's
sequencing
not. But we're not. But we're not, though.
We're not,
But we're
though.
not. And then in fourth, if you want a fourth level spell slot back, which again, mind you, you can only get one of at level 19 and 20. You only get one of those. And if you want to get rid of it for focus points, you get 4 back. You have to spend 6 focus points to get a fourth level back.
That makes no sense.
Well, okay, they just did 1, 2, skip a few.
They really, literally did.
They went for 1 and 2, it's plus 1, and then for 3 and 4, it's plus 2.
They did include a line as well saying you can recover a spell slot no higher than level 4 in case you were thinking of subclassing monk mystic arts with anything else.
Screw you, you
Oh.
want better spellcasting thing again.
They're trying to disincentivize multi-classing,
Because
guys.
they're dumb.
That was the only thing that could have possibly saved this. But hey, you get another thing at 6th level, Mystic Fighting Style. When you take the attack action on your turn, you can replace one of those attacks with a casting of one of your sorcerer cantrips that is a casting time of an action.
Woo.
Yes, me punching a guy 2
Hooray.
times and then also casting Firebolt, but since it's a ranged attack, it misses because I had disadvantage on the roll because I punched him twice before.
I didn't think
Yeah.
about that. You have to cast a lot of the cantrips at point blank range.
Unless you're
Well, you can get
monk
well,
weapons.
actually, how many melee cantrips are there?
There's not very many.
How
And
many
if
are on
they
the
are, they're
sorcerer
buff.
spell list?
True, yeah.
True.
I was like, you can get a melee cantrip, and then I thought about it for a second. I was like,
What's
Because
that?
even
What's the
chill
grasp
touch is
one?
ranged. Shocking grasp.
Yeah, there's shocking grasp, I guess.
To be fair, there are some save cantrips that wouldn't necessarily matter for range.
That's true.
So I missed punching him twice and then they passed the save. Great turn.
Yes, because you're a gish.
Yeah, because you're at level 17, so like whatever you're fighting is probably gonna have pretty decent saves.
Also, don't forget that because you're a monk, you're going to want high dexterity because you can't wear armor. You're also going to want a high wisdom so that way you can get an armor class boost, and you're probably going to want a high constitution if you want to be in melee range. So you're going to need several stats high, and you're probably not going to get that.
Yep.
So either your spell saves are going to suck or you're going to die on turn 2.
Hey,
It works for some
but-
people.
But they recommend
Yeah,
for the cantrips
yeah.
Blade Ward.
Yo, I can't wait
So
until I
what
fight
if
any
your
enemy that's
cantrip-
not using those damage types.
Yeah.
So what if you're not using your cantrips to attack an enemy, but to buff yourself at level 17 with a thing that gives you resistance to slashing damage?
You know
Is
what?
that even what that does? Wait.
I think
It's,
you can go
bludgeoning,
buff
piercing,
yourself out of
slashing.
combat. That's
Okay.
really stupid.
They saved it. It's perfect. It's peak. But we still got more to go, guys. Level 11. The last 2 are very simple. Again, it's all just spellcasting. All of it's just spellcasting. But level 11, centered focus. Whenever you expend a focus point to use Flurry of Blows, Patient Defense, or Step of the Wind, you have advantage on any saving throw you make to maintain concentration until the start of your next turn. You guys don't seem very excited. What the
I'm
heck?
trying to cross-reference this with other stuff, but my D&D Beyond won't load. So
It's trying to
I'm-
protect you.
I'm having
Yeah,
it
it's
keeps giving me
okay.
bad gateway errors.
They don't want you to look at the truth.
Yeah.
They don't want you comparing and contrasting.
First off, I hate the idea of concentration advantage stuff in the first place because
Yeah.
What's the classic defense? The classic strategy for defense. The best way to not get hit is to not be there.
Mm.
but a lot of their design philosophy is you have to be there. There's no way you can't be there. You must be there.
You're a
Therefore,
monk.
we're gonna make it to where it's better for you if you are there. And I'm like, no, it doesn't have to be that way, man.
Or hear me out, just don't give the monk concentration spells.
True. Also, I checked at level 11, you would have access to count at 3 second level spells. That's the highest spells you'll get. So better have a really good concentration spell at level 11 that
That's
you're
so
spending on as a
dumb.
monk.
I'm looking through the spell list to see what spells are concentration at second level. If it'll let me. It's struggling.
And if there's anything worth casting as a monk at level
Yeah.
11,
It's struggling. Okay. Spell level, second. Can I advance and be like, does it require concentration? Yes, I can. Filter,
He's doing it. Zoom, enhance.
enhance, enhance image. Jesus Christ, I would have made a joke about like the Jason Bourne meme, but it's still not loaded it yet. So
Oh. Maybe you could we could do Dexter Morgan instead.
You're the Bay Harbor Butcher. Well, I can see right now without it. Oh, never mind. It just made my page white, so now I can't see it anymore. It just
never mind.
It's trying.
We're
so
unable
hard.
to fact check.
Forget it. Just know that it's bad.
I saw that one was alter self.
Oh boy.
Whoopee. I mean, here's the thing, right? Get this. I mean, at this level, if you're doing a full caster, you would now have access to 5th level spells. If you're a half caster, traditionally, you would have access to 3rd level spells, I'm pretty sure.
It happened. Okay. Here's the full. There's actually quite a few. I've got 4 pages of
Sorcerer only
spells. Oh, you're right. 1 second. 1 second. Yep. Okay, I gotta go through the filter again. Okay, it actually did it immediately that time though.
Wow.
I still have 2 pages though.
All right.
So we've got Alter Self, Blur, Cloud of Daggers, Crown of Madness, Darkness, Detect Thoughts, Dragon's Breath, Dust Devil, Earthbind, Enhance Ability, Enlarge Reduce, Flame Blade, Flaming Sphere, Gust of Wind, Hold Person, Invisibility, Kinetic Jaunt, Levitate, Maximilian's Earthen, is that Grasp? I can't see because it's got it ellipsed. Yep, Earthen Grasp. Second page. Oh, excuse me. Mind Spike, Nether's Mischief, Phantasmal Force, Shadow Blade, Spider Climb, Suggestion, Warding Wind, Warp Sense, and Web.
Okay, so those are all pretty bad.
Yeah, there's not really anything outstanding there.
A good chunk of those are useful outside of combat, and the ones that are useful inside of combat are not going to be that useful at level 11. Also, advantage on Constitution saving throw for the concentration check does not necessarily guarantee success.
That's true.
And for that to be your whole subclass feature, like you're not guaranteed success. It's only for 2nd level spells at this point. It will eventually be up to a 4th level spell unless you use that to get more focus points back. Yeah, I'm not a fan. But you know what?
Spider climb, and now I'm just imagining that like you've used spider climb to like fight a flying enemy and you're on the ceiling and they hit you once and then you just fall off the ceiling.
True, but I have advantage.
Monk, so you get all the damage falling.
Yeah, true. I forget what even that thing's called.
But it's not even about the damage. It's just like how stupid that would look.
I could already tell you immediately my quickest, better idea would be like when you cast a spell, you get additional movement or something like that. It's much easier. But anyway, level 17.
When you cast a spell, you can move equal to your like movement speed. So
something or other.
Double it.
I mean, if that's the point of if we're going to really say we need a spellcasting monk, then I think that's the way you got to do it because a monk's strong like thing is that their movement is crazy. Let them run in, cast a spell, and then run out. But I guess that would be too hard. But hey, we got level 17. This might pull it all together. This is the capstone. It's going to make everything make sense. You guys ready? Level 17, improved mystic fighting style. When you take the attack action on your turn, you can replace 2 of the attacks with a casting of 1 of your level 1 or 2 sorcerer spells that has a casting time of an action. That's terrible.
But you have 3rd level spells at this point, though.
That's the worst thing I think I've ever seen in my life.
I think monk players should file a class action
This means
lawsuit.
you could cast 2 fireballs.
No, it doesn't. Dylan and
No,
I
it
had
doesn't?
we had a discussion about this because I remember it now.
Okay.
He thought it meant that you can cast 2 spells. No, it means you sacrifice 2 of your attacks to cast 1
Oh,
spell.
I
Yeah, because
remember
it's
you
you take
talking
the
about
attack
this
action
now.
on your
Yep.
turn,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
Yes, you can replace 2 of the attacks with the
Let's
casting of
focus.
1 of your level 1 or 2 sorcerer spells.
What's
Okay,
the
so it couldn't even be
point?
fireball.
It
anyways,
couldn't even
because
be
it's level 1 or
fireball.
2. Yep. I was misreading that
Why?
as you could cast 1 or 2 sorcerer spells.
Yep,
That's what
a
I
lot
misread it
of
as.
people, a lot of people are gonna think that when they first read it. Isn't that great?
What?
That sucks. What's the I genuinely
I
don't understand
wouldn't
what would be the benefit.
I wouldn't take as much issue with it if it didn't restrict it to level 1 or 2. Because you're level 17, man. Like, let the monk cast a 4th level, which he doesn't even have the 4th level spell slot at this point. They get that at level 19.
Mhm.
So let the monk cast their 3rd level spell when they're level 17. Why do you
No.
gotta? Why?
So now, since they've made this, this is obviously way better. This is better than any other monk subclass, and this is better than any other half-caster. Evidently,
say?
obviously, clearly.
Wizards, you've done it again.
I'm glad everybody's so happy with this. Let's move on, please.
Well, we have a paladin.
Yeah, do it.
The oath of the Spellguard Paladin. This is my wheelhouse. I'm a paladin guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I pal. Protect your allies from villainous magic. What is villainous magic? Paladins who take the oath of the Spellguard are sworn to battle those who use magic to harm others. They often serve as... What, is there a problem?
Isn't that what most D&D parties do, is harm others with magic?
No.
Okay.
They often
True.
serve as bodyguards to upstanding mages. But their most important role... But their most important role is protecting allies from devastating magical attacks. Those who swear this oath ensure that villains who misuse magic are brought to justice. These paladins share the following tenets: protect the innocent from wicked mages. That's very vague. Prevent magic from falling into villains' hands. That's also very vague. Protect mages who use magic honorably. All of those are completely up to the interpretation
I
of
was
the
gonna say
individual paladin.
100% subjective, which
You
means you
could
can't
never
fail
have
your
one of these
oath.
as a player character. Oh, I'm just imagining this guy would suck so hard.
Me when my paladin is a person who like thinks that murdering innocent orphans is good, and if you don't do that, you're wicked. I'm going to go murder this mage who set up an orphanage today.
It's 100% subjective. I hate it just because it's like, oh yeah, when my friends use their spells to kill somebody, that's okay. But whenever the town guard uses their mages to try and restrict us after we killed people, that's villainous magic.
That's what I'm talking about. I was like, you either have it on like the hardcore only we are right, or you have the person that wants to play against, be like the party bad guy and be like, no, I shall not let you do anything bad with your magic, and that's boring.
This is something we've talked about before, of like the transition from old D&D into new D&D, where they're oh, excuse me, I've got something in my throat. They've infected me. They're giving me a disease to stop me from speaking. But no, yeah, like newer D&D, much more roleplay leaning, a lot less mechanic leaning. This is just wizards throwing up their hands and being like, we give you no responsibility whatsoever. You can do what you want. Because they're leaning way too hard into like the freedom of roleplay, I think. You're a paladin. You're supposed to have at least some restrictions on what you do. That's the whole point of the oath. Is you're supposed to be restricted in some aspect, roleplay wise. But
whoops.
But who on earth would impose arbitrary restrictions on their own characters? That can't be fun for anyone, right?
That sucks. You hate me.
Cough.
You hate me. You're trying to kill me. You're trying to kill me. All right. Maybe the class features will save it, or subclass features.
Level 3. At level 3, you get Guardian Bond. As a magic action, you can expend one use of your channel divinity to forge a divine bond with a willing creature within 5 feet of yourself. The bond lasts for an hour or until you have the unconscious condition. For the duration, while the bonded creature is within your reach and is hit by an attack roll, you can take a reaction, add your charisma to that creature's AC, possibly causing the attack to miss. I like how they added that at the end, like you wouldn't understand that that's what that would do. You can end your divine bond at any time with no action. If you already have a divine bond, when you forge a new one, the previous one ends. That's not terrible.
That's fine.
Yeah, that's just a little support action that you can do.
I do think it's crazy that there's no range at which the bond breaks. Like you can do this, and then one person, like the two people, can walk
actually,
opposite directions for an hour, and it'll still last.
Yeah. It doesn't even say you have to like see them. Like it's just innately when they are hit by an attack roll, and you can take a reaction to add your charisma modifier.
Well, no, they still have to be within your reach to actually get that, but the bond will be there.
Yeah.
Oh no, it does say while the bond creature is within your reach. Okay.
So
if that bond plays important matters later, we'll see how much this matters.
Okay. Level 3, you also get your oath spells. So they give you level 3, detect magic shield. Level 5, see invisibility silence. 9, counterspell. Counterspell paladin. We got another one. Counterspell paladin. They're back.
Yay!
Dispel magic. Level 13, you get freedom of movement, auto-lux resilient sphere, and at level 17, you get circle of power and hollow. Okay. You also get at level 3 your third level 3 feature. Dang, stacking it on thick at the beginning. You get Spell Guard Strike, which is when you see a creature within your reach casting a spell with verbal, somatic, or material components. You can take a reaction to make a melee attack with a weapon or an unarmed strike against that creature.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
It doesn't interrupt the spell casting, but you can do damage, I guess.
At level 7, you get Aura of Concentration, which is your special aura. It fosters mental focus. It gives you and your allies advantage on Constitution saving throws to maintain concentration. It just gives people advantage on concentration checks while they're in your
awesome.
Aura. Not even Constitution checks in general, just specifically concentration checks.
Me when my party of rogue, barbarian, fighter, and paladin go into a fight, and the paladin says, "Don't worry, guys, you'll have advantage on concentration saving throws."
At level 15, you get Spell-Breaking Blade. Immediately after you hit a creature with your Spell Guard Strike, you can cast Counterspell as part of the same reaction. When you cast Counterspell with a spell slot, that slot isn't expended if the spell fails to stop a spell.
Okay.
That's not bad.
That's pretty for a level 15 feature. Yeah, that's pretty good. I'll take that.
Yeah.
And level 20, Capstone, Eternal Spell Guard. As a bonus action, you can empower your aura of protection, granting the benefits below for 1 minute or until you end them, no action required. Once you use this feature, you can't use it again until you take a long rest. You can restore use of this ability by expending a level 5 spell slot, no action required. So actually, not true that you can't use it again until you finish a long rest. You can if you use a level 5 spell slot to restore it. They lied to you.
They lied.
But these are the things you get. Bodyguard. While the target of your guardian bond is in the aura, that creature has resistance to all damage.
Holy.
Protection from magic. You and your allies in the aura have advantage on saving throws against spells. And Spell Ward, spell attack rolls against you and your allies in the aura have disadvantage. That's pretty good if you're fighting a spellcaster.
It could definitely be worse.
Yeah, for level 20, it's alright. I still think this is worse than Oath of Ancients, though.
Well, when you're comparing anything to Oath of Ancients, I mean, Oath of Ancients is God's perfect paladin. Like, you can't.
Here's the thing. First off, it's ridiculous Oath of Ancients even ever had that. But, like, this one has Aura of Concentration. Oath of Ancients has the one where you just get half damage from all spells at level 7. This one gives you that at level 20 for 1 minute per day, up to 2 minutes if you use your 5th level spell slot.
Yeah.
And you're in the aura.
I think if you're level 20, I think you have 2 5th level spell slots as a paladin.
Okay, 3 minutes.
So 3 minutes. 3 minutes. I do think I understand the purpose of this paladin, though. I think the purpose of this is you are supposed to latch on to the glass cannon spellcaster and protect them through the entire combat. That's the purpose of this paladin. Is put your bond on them so that you can give them AC boosts and protect them from taking damage, basically, the whole time.
The only
with
thing
a little bit of getting rid of other spellcasters as well.
I was gonna say the thing that's kind of counterintuitive is that you get the Guardian Bond, which doesn't improve at all until level 20. So for 17 levels, it never matters.
With that, yeah.
Yeah. But then
if you increase your charisma at any point in that, it improves, but it's not based off the spell class, it's based off of you.
If they were gonna go all in on that feature, then all of the features should have fed into that feature.
And then counter though, the other two things you get at the same level as level 3 and then later at 15 is about dealing with enemy spellcasters.
Which means you probably won't be near the spellcaster you're supposed to be protecting.
Generally, your spellcasters will be backline, and their spellcasters will be their backline, which means it's probably going to be, I would say, like 120 feet distance between two spellcasters.
Yeah.
That bond's not going to help.
Just constantly cast Misty Step all the time.
That's 30 feet. You're still not going to make it.
Shut up.
So no, I feel like they should have went one way or the other. Either A, you hate magic, so you kill magic people, or B, you love magic, so you support magic people. It should not be both.
Well, you hate bad magic, and you
I
love
know.
good
It's entirely
magic,
subjective.
I know, and as a result,
honorable magic, and you hate wicked magic.
Villainous magic.
Villainous magic.
But no, I think the glass cannon thing is cool. I feel like that's like it already embodies more of what it should be anyway.
Since they called it spell guard, I think they should have leaned more into the support role of it.
100%. I think that all of the features should have been just more of the Guardian Bond. Like you should just get more stuff.
And it would have been a nicer change of pace because, well, I don't think we've really talked about this too much before, but like that is the major design flaw I think that the Paladin has, which is they really do with every single subclass, they kind of try to walk a line between, is this going to be a support or is it going to be what's it called, a Nova? And typically the Nova wins out for the Paladin just because of the nature of the Paladin. So I would have liked to see one where they finally doubled down and they were like, no, this one's going to be more support. But then like you said, Pertuset, they didn't.
Yeah. So. Oh well. People aren't going to like it anyway because it's 2024 Paladin and they made Divine Smite into a spell.
Yerp.
All right.
Magic.
Magic Stealer.
Magic Stealer Rogue. Steal magical power to empower yourself. While ordinary thieves are cutting purses and burgling homes, a Magic Stealer is after much more valuable prize. Magic. No shit. Magic Stealer preys on the spellcasters, repurposing their magic and eluding divination spells to make magical power at the point of the words. To take magical power at the point of a knife.
Ability to speak.
You know, whoever wrote this, assuming it wasn't AI,
it was 100% AI.
They thought that line went so freaking hard.
Do I have to take magical power at the point of a knife?
No, a magic stealer is after a much more valuable prize, magic. They were like, they'll never see this one coming.
They fly now.
They fly now, dude.
All right. Starting at level 3, and as Pertuset pointed out, I don't know if we were actually rolling when you said this, they don't have any spells, unlike Arcane Trickster. So level 3, Empower Sneak Attack. Immediately after a creature you can see within 30 feet of you casts a level 1+ spell, you can take a reaction to absorb magical energy from the spell. When you do so until the end of your next turn, the next time you hit with your sneak attack, you deal extra force damage. To determine the extra damage, roll a number of d6s equal to the spell's level and add them together. You can take this reaction a number of times equal to your intelligence modifier, a minimum of once, and you regain all expended uses when you finish a long rest.
Pretty good.
Okay. Yeah. That's pretty good, yeah.
I'm always down for extra sneak dice.
That works really well with a party.
I do need a reason to be pedantic, though, so I'm just going to ask, why did they have to specify a level 1+ spell? Because that's literally all spells.
Does it exclude cantrips? Yeah.
Cantrips they have different semantics. They're called cantrips. They're called cantrips.
Probably to shut down people at the table that would have said, "Oh, I thought it worked with cantrips."
That's
That's
true.
probably why they
because
threw that in there.
That's fair enough.
They had to specify that the magic stealer steals magic. So we're just
True.
working on a level of specificity here.
Base level intelligence of average D&D player. It's pretty low.
Okay, second level 3, drain magic. You can drain power from ongoing spells to recharge your allies' magic. As a magic action, you can touch a willing creature and end one ongoing level 1 or level 2 spell on it. The creature immediately recovers one expended spell slot of level 2 or lower, the target's choice. Once you use this feature, you can't do so again until you finish a short or long rest.
Fine. A little odd, but fine.
So is this like... I'm trying to figure out how you would use this.
You would...
Willing creature. So like if somebody's got a spell that's not really working anymore, you can end it instead of them choosing to end it on their turn?
I'm assuming if like an enemy casts a spell on your ally.
Like a debuff of some kind, and then because of the second part, if like multiple of your allies get hit, you would prioritize like a spellcaster because they would get a spell slot back from it.
Yeah, like Hypnotic Pattern or Charm Person or Crown of Madness or...
But it could also work your way too, Jordan. It could also work your way, which would be interesting if you did that. Because that implies you would probably be doing it to an enemy, in which case the enemy would get... But if the enemy doesn't have spell slots, then it doesn't matter.
And it says willing.
It does say willing. Well, I mean, if there's an effect going on an enemy, I wouldn't see why they would be willing to let you take that off of them. But
I was gonna say the kicker with haste, right? The kicker with haste for willing is like who's ever gonna turn down a haste spell. But then the drawback is if they end the concentration immediately, they get stunned.
Yeah.
This one, it's like who's gonna turn down being cured of whatever event is going on to them. But there's not really a drawback. But like also the odds of you running up to an enemy and healing them, like getting rid of a spell effect on them and possibly giving them the spell slot.
That in and of itself is enough of an argument that they should be stunned.
Yeah, true. it's you're not actually going to help them. It's just to discombobulate.
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
I'm switching sides. It's fine. Just go with it.
I like the first one better. I like the Empower Sneak Attack a lot better. I think, honestly, just nix this Drain one. I think it's not necessarily great for a rogue. It doesn't make a lot of sense for a rogue. What rogue is playing support?
What rogue is close enough to anybody else on the battlefield? Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm like, it's fine. It's strong. Maybe, hear me out.
Bonus action dash.
Hear me out. Maybe we throw this one onto the monk so it does literally anything.
True.
Yeah.
Anything that benefits heavily
not a
from
bad
movement
idea.
should probably go to that would be a good idea to swap out for the monk,
especially since they already have what's that one feature that Stillness of Mind. So this already makes sense anyway. They have such an idea.
How the way you remember that is because of Terran.
But Empower Sneak Attack, I like that one a lot because it can work with your allies. If you have a high level wizard on your team and they cast a 9th level spell and you're within 30 feet, like the wizard goes first, or you choose to wait a turn before you move, you're gonna get 96 on your next attack just by being around your friend.
That'd be pretty sick.
Yeah,
that's pretty good. What else they got?
All right, level 9, Magical Sabotage. You gain the following cunning strike options. This is with their
the 2024
stuff where
rogue.
where you sacrifice your sneak dice. Spell susceptibility costs 2d6. The target has disadvantage on the next saving throw it makes against a spell until the start of your next turn. Disrupt spell costs 3d6. The target's magical acuity is disrupted until the start of your next turn. Whenever the target casts a spell during this time, it must succeed on an intelligence saving throw or the spell dissipates with no effect. And the action, bonus action, or reaction used to cast that spell is wasted. If that spell is cast with a spell slot, the spell slot isn't expended.
It's still pretty alright. I'll take it.
It still could waste somebody's
Interesting.
action.
Yeah.
Waste action economy.
Steel resistance costs 2d6. Choose one kind of damage. If the target has resistance to that kind of damage until the start of your next turn, the target loses that resistance and you gain that resistance to that damage type.
That's pretty good.
Those are pretty good options, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. A tactical option for the rogue. We're here for it.
Yep.
I
And
still
that
don't know
played
how I
like
feel about the hit dice, not hit dice, the sneak dice thing, but that's an old complaint from the
well.
from the new system.
My thing with it has always been that it's entirely optional. It's not
Yeah.
forced upon you. You choose to do it or not. So that's why I'm okay with it. If it was like, no, you have to like give these away at this level, then I'd take more issue with it. But no, it's just an entirely optional thing you can do.
Yeah. 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 All right.
Level
And I do
13.
think I just have one more comment. I do think all those play a lot better into the, like you were saying, Pertuset, the being offensive, because like the rogue isn't generally going to be support role.
Yeah.
And these all play into like you are attacking a specific target, because these are things that like the first two you're hitting a target with that. Actually, no, it's all three of them. Yeah. So yeah, you're debuffing a specific target, which you would probably be focusing down anyways. So it plays into the rogue archetype a little bit.
I like the resistance one a lot. It's very strong. I would argue whether or not it applies to this subclass, but nevertheless, I think it's good and strong, and I like it.
Yeah. Okay, level 13, Occult Shroud. Whenever you finish a long rest, you can cast the non-detection spell using intelligence as your spellcasting ability. When you do so, you can target only yourself, and the duration increases to 24 hours. What is the non-detection spell?
Oh, I remember. You
Just
can't be
makes it-
detected by magical means.
Oh, cool.
It's
Like
all
no
right.
scrying.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
I remember this now. Now that we read that one, I remember because when we were talking about this, I was like, had we gone back in time, if this existed, this is the subclass Victor would have been.
Yep.
That's right. I'm remembering now. Because I
I mean,
really
it's
wanted
nice
to get
because
on
that's
detection.
Yeah, that's just all the time.
Yep.
Basically, when you get to level 13, people just can't detect you with magic anymore at that point, because it's just every 24 hours, and then it's up after your next long rest again.
Yep.
So,
and you're a
Pretty
rogue,
cool.
so people probably aren't going to detect you with mundane means either.
yep. So yeah, that was pretty good. Yeah.
Okay, level 13, part 2. Improved Drain Magic. You can now use Drain Magic as a bonus action. In addition, when you use Drain Magic, you can end one ongoing level 1, level 2, or level 3 spell on the target. The target recovers one expended spell slot of 3 or lower, target's choice.
I'm standing on business.
Yeah, the feature's not a bad feature. I just agree that like this would have been so much better if it was on the monk.
Yeah.
Yeah, can you
Because their
imagine?
movement is going to be so much. They can run all over the place and hit anyone with this. Whereas, like we said, the rogue is going to be like, I gotta attack this guy because I'm the damage dealer, or one of the damage dealers at least.
Can you imagine the monk taking this and instead of like the target can recover a spell slot, especially because like you could be targeting a fighter or a barbarian or someone that doesn't get spell slots. They get it. If you're doing the Mystic Arts one, they get that. That's huge for them since
That'd
for
be
most
cool.
of them, they're only getting 1, 2, or 3 spell slots.
Yeah.
It's not a bad feature per se. It's just it's gonna well, what's the phrase I'm looking for here? It's gonna like divide your attention on the battlefield in a way that's not productive for the rogue.
Yeah, it's either this is going to be never used or this will be used by the player and the other parts won't. That's how it's going to go in most combats.
Okay, level 17, Eldritch Implosion.
What?
Yeah. When you use Empower Sneak Attack, you can force the target to make a Constitution saving throw, DC 8, plus your Dexterity modifier, plus proficiency bonus. Okay, I was scared for a second. On a failed save, the spell dissipates with no effect, and the target has the stun condition until the start of its next turn.
Wow.
Now, that's good. Why is it called Eldritch Implosion?
I don't know.
That's kind of crazy.
The naming convention's a little weird.
I thought it was going to be something like they explode or something, but no, it's just you stun them, which is good. The stun condition is good.
Stun's really good.
But like, I just want to know why it's called Eldritch Implosion.
And you force a save. It's a con save, which most spellcasters aren't going to be good at.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, change the name though. I don't call it something
the
else.
name doesn't make sense.
That's making me I'm doxing a little bit right now, because that does actually genuinely make me wonder if that might be like an AI generated like name for the
I think a lot
ability
of this is. Yeah,
because it doesn't make sense applied to
but
the
it's magic.
ability at all, besides besides like the extremely tangential thread of it is magical in some way.
Yeah,
Um,
It all is. Everything we read is AI at this point
it has to
anyway.
be.
The only thing that's not are the things that are insanely basic, like empower sneak attack. That's one. The intern came up with that.
Yeah.
Improve drain magic. Intern came up with that one. Actually, no, interns would be better. Managerial person came up with those. Uh, okay. All in all, not bad. Pretty all right. I'll take this. An anti-magic rogue added to the
Mhm.
group. I think this is pretty
I do
balanced.
think overall, I mean, even though it does have the one problem of the division of attention, I think overall it's like I would give it a thumbs up rather than a thumbs down. I think it's
I
good.
don't think it's bad. Yeah.
I say throw it in there. Throw it in there and see if people like it.
I
Even
think
multi-classing, there's some room, but I think generally you're
Mhm.
not gonna want to because
You're not gonna get your Eldritch Implosion.
you're not gonna get your Eldritch Implosion. No, there's just you benefit more from staying in this than from getting out of it, I think.
Yeah. I think my one fix would be give drain magic to the monk. And then instead, I keep being like, if they're gonna choose the token feature, they need to start doing things with the token feature. Because I feel like, even though I was complaining about it being related to this, to the sneak attack dice, the magical sabotage, just the phrasing of that and everything, feels more magic stealer to me. And so I think that they could have gone harder on that as some of the leveled features, as opposed to the two drain magics that we've agreed don't really fit.
Call me
Yeah.
crazy.
Crazy.
So few. Okay. So so few of this actually involves you yourself utilizing magic in any way, shape, or form, as much as it does you like, I don't know, channeling the magic into killing magic.
Yeah.
I think instead of Magic Stealer, it should be something like Inquisitor. I think that name would go a lot
True.
harder, which of course they have the Inquisitive rogue, so maybe that'd be an overlap, but I don't care. I think that makes more sense to be like, oh, you're a heretic. I'm gonna stab you to death. Um, but yeah, I'll take it. All in all, I'll take it. I like this one. Thanks, Rogue.
A
All
phrase no
right.
one has ever said before, ever.
True.
Got one left.
I am the Warlock. I have one
I
whole
am
level
the Angry
set.
Pumpkin.
I am the
Yes, I
warlock.
am the
I
angry
speak for the
pumpkin.
trees.
Yes. And I'm not looking forward to it. Let's go. Let's round this out. Vestige Patron Warlock. Wield the remnants of a dying god's power.
Okay, that makes more sense to me now because I wasn't sure what it meant by vestige.
Your pact
You get a
draws.
sick robe.
I will already say out the outset, my thing I don't love about this is any warlock can be vestige based, right? Like you can be like, I
Yeah.
worship a dying god of, I don't know, undeath. A dying
Yeah.
god celestial, a dying archfey.
You know, I think it's kind of crazy, Wizards, that probably like the most consent-based class in the entire game, where it has to be like a knowing pact between two people where they both consent. You're putting in a subclass where now one side's not really consenting, because can a dying god really consent?
I was trying to figure out where you were going with that.
No, wait, it's baked in. It's baked into the description. Wait, hold on.
Is it?
Yes, your pact draws on the power of a dying god, a being once worshipped, etc., etc. The dying god, known as a vestige, might have been benevolent, evil, or strange, and unknowable. Who cares? It is now driven to regain its former power. The vestige needs your help. It is willing to share its remaining
Dang.
strength with you.
Dang it.
It's baked in, brother.
Foiled again. They thought of that one. Dang.
Okay, let's see what you actually do with this thing. Right, I'm not reading all that. Can we go to
That's
the
a
level 6
block of
feature?
text.
No. Level 6 or level 3 Vestige Companion. The Vestige manifests, aiding you to do so and drawing strength from your pact. It's got its own stat block.
I remember
Choose
this
what
now.
it looks like.
It's a
Lot of
little
example.
summoner.
Yeah, the vestige is friendly to you and your allies and obeys your commands. It vanishes if you die. The vestige acts during your turn, not after or anything. It can move and use this reaction on its own, but the only action it takes is the dodge action unless you take a bonus action to command it to take an action in the stat block or some other action. You can sacrifice one of your attacks when you take the attack action to command the vestige to take the vestige strike action. If you have the incapacitated condition, it does the dodge action. Disappearance of the vestige. When the vestige drops to 0 hit points, it disappears. You can spend 1 minute performing a magic ceremony to manifest the vestige again. It reappears with its maximum hit points in an unoccupied space within 5 feet of you. As a magic action, you can temporarily dismiss the vestige to a pocket dimension. By God. As a magic action, while it is temporarily dismissed, you can cause the vestige to reappear in an unoccupied space within 30 feet of you. When it drops to 0 hit points or disappears in the pocket dimension, it leaves behind in its space whatever it was wearing or carrying. Whenever you finish a long rest, what?
This is Gooba.
Huh?
Genshin Impact.
Gooba, yeah.
That's it.
I keep imagining it as the cloak from Doctor Strange because it says vestige, and so that's the only thing that I can think of as vestment. And so it's the cloak from Doctor Strange.
It does say anything it's wearing or carrying, so it implies that you can dress up your vestige. Whenever you finish a long rest,
really
you can
funny.
summon the vestige in a new form, which appears in an occupied space within 5 feet of you. You choose its appearance whether it's celestial, fiend, or undead. It's already manifested from this feature. Its form changes to a new one. Okay. That's the basics. Now let's look at the stat block. So far, pretty simple, pretty basic. AC 13 plus charisma. Makes sense. The actual form it is either celestial, fiend, or undead. It is small. It's got a 30-foot hover fly speed, but otherwise a 5-foot walking speed, which is hilarious to me. HP is 4 plus 4 times your warlock level. What?
So it would be like if you were level 4, then that would be 4 plus 4 times 4.
Yeah, I'm reading the thing in the parentheses. The vestige has a number of hit dice equal to your warlock level.
That's if you
yeah.
stat block thing of having it have like average hit dice instead of just doing flat numbers.
Yeah, and if hit dice happen to become relevant for any reason.
Yep.
I
just want to touch on the speed thing again, because that means technically if for any reason you have to have this thing like swim or climb, its speed is 2.5 feet.
Yes.
Oh, that's sus.
My water deity that I worship because it's a great old one vestige. It can't swim.
Because the fly speed is hover, so it can't go up or down when it's doing that. So
that is bogus.
I suppose it could float over water though, so that wouldn't be too much of a problem.
But if it needs to go in for any reason, it's just not.
Yeah.
That's a little humorous, I think.
Okay. Its strength is 1. Awesome.
Poor baby.
Its dex is 14, con is 10, int is 15, wiz is 15, charisma is 16. Those are just locked, by the way. There's no scaling.
Why is it strength 1?
Because he can't swim.
I don't know, but it was really funny because on my end you sounded like a robot for that. Hopefully that made it into the recording. That was awesome.
It did because I heard it too.
That was awesome. Oh, it's still doing it. Let it ride. Let it ride. Let it ride. Resistant. If it's a fiend, it's fire. If it's undead, it's necrotic. If it's celestial, it's radiant. Sure. It's immune to being charmed, frightened, and prone. So the charmed and frightened, I guess, is good. It's got dark vision. It speaks the languages you know. It's got no CR. Simple enough. Now let's get into the special stuff. Pact Bond. Add your proficiency bonus to any ability check or saving throw the vestige makes. Sure. Vestige Strike. Melee or ranged attack roll. Bonus equals your spell attack modifier. Reaches 5 feet or 60 feet. That's strange to me, but okay. And then it's 1d6 plus 3 plus your charisma modifier, and it's either fire for fiend, necrotic for undead, radiant for celestial. Simple. Bonus action for this thing. The warlock, whenever they take a turn, when they take their turn, is gonna suck for any group because they're gonna essentially go through 2 turns of stuff.
Oh my god, yeah.
But anyway.
Doubles of the turns.
Let's see if we can get to triples later in the subclass. Divine Power. Once per day, your vestige manifests a remnant of its divine power in one of the following ways based on its form. Undead gets Cursed Invocation. Places a curse on a creature you can see within 30 feet of the vestige for 1 minute. It has disadvantage on attack rolls against you and the vestige. Very funny, it's only those 2. Fiendish Swap. Hate that. Can we anything else? We have to call it swap.
That's what the AI said.
True.
Yeah.
If you and the
Yeah, I thought that
vestige,
would be good. You're gonna make the AI sad, Pertuset.
Are you the AI?
I think you are the AI, buddy. You. It's still happening. Something happened.
Something's got
Something
knocked
triggered.
loose.
Yeah. It's great though. It's great.
It's funny.
We're almost there. Hold on. Fiendish swap for fiend only. If you and the vestige are within 60 feet of each other, you both teleport swapping places. That's fine. Please call it anything else.
Nope.
Okay.
That's what ChatGPT told me to call it.
True. Grok, name this ability. Healing touch, celestial only. The vestige touches another creature. The target regains hit points equal to 2d8 plus your charisma modifier and ends one condition on it: blinded, deafened, or poisoned. Specifically one of those. I like that it had to specify. That's funny. I guess the idea of like if someone was prone, you could technically end the prone condition, which is a really funny visual because they're forcibly stood up. They
That's really funny to me.
I don't even know how that would happen, but it's funny. Yeah, I'm imagining like it's like a Gmod. You're using a rotate tool, right? They just. Okay, so that's most of this subclass at level 3. They still get another level 3 feature, but thoughts so far?
They always do this where they, at some point, they can't help themselves and they make a subclass that's just you get a funny little creature and it has an attack and it has a special ability as like a bonus action. They did it with Wildfire Druid. Artificer is the first one that did it with, I think is it Armorer that has it, or is it something else? But
One of them.
all artificers have their little buddies that they can do, but like one of them, maybe it's the Cannoneer or something. Like theirs is
Oh, the Artillerist.
I think it's the
Artillerist.
Artillerist because you have like a powder monkey that you can make.
It's even better than the normal one because we've experienced John, which is resident Dylan, our artificer's favorite little homunculus buddy that he uses.
Not favorite anymore. I think Stinky may have won out on that, but Stinky's
true.
not a
He
homunculus.
just hasn't gotten a chance to use John for a while. But
Retire, John.
But yeah, no, there's a handful of these and Drake Warden, although I think Drake Warden does it much better because it actually has the thing improve over time. It has your little dragon improve over time.
So does new Purple Dragon Knight Fighter.
True.
The new
if
one.
it's dragon related,
they got it.
But yeah, I don't know what it is, but Wizards, it's not necessarily bad. I just think it's kind of like a tired subclass model at this point because every time I see one of these, my brain instinctively goes, oh, it's one of these again. Like I know what it is and I know what it's going to be basically.
Yep. It's not exceptionally interesting, I gotta say. Maybe you're out there, maybe you're the summoner guy, and you're like, no, I don't want to play Necromancy or Conjuration Wizard. Yes, I want to summon one single creature, and that's my really good, strong creature, and I get it as soon as I can possibly get it. Maybe that's you. I don't see the appeal. I don't get it. I don't get this idea.
The only thing I could think of is because the difference between all of these is the class. So like the subclasses are pretty much generally similar. So it's almost like you're inversing. It's almost like the subclass is like the main thing. And then the
it's
main
what flavor
class
do you want?
is like the specialized thing. Yeah.
I just had a terrible idea.
What?
Level 3 Warlock, you get this subclass. Level 3 Hunter or level 3 Ranger, you can either do Drake Warden or Beastmaster. Level 3 Purple Dragon Knight Fighter, level 3 Artificer. You get a bunch of companions that don't do anything unless you use your bonus action to command them. It's terrible. Someone do it. Someone do it. Do all the summon subclasses, please.
I feel like you're like
absolutely ruining the action economy for the DM forever.
Rest of my party, you all can come back in an hour. I'll be here for a while.
It makes me think of that one comic strip panel of Invincible, which is all of the oh god, what are they called? The special race of superhumans in Invincible.
Oh, the Viltrumites?
Yeah, it makes me think of that one panel of the Viltrumites when like all of them are like swarming the comic panel at the same time.
Yeah.
I know, I feel like
Oh,
trying to play this, I can absolutely see somebody trying to go like super in on it flavor wise and being like, okay, I have this really cool, like planned out story thing with like the patron and everything, and then they get 2 levels in and the novelty wears off and they're like, damn, this sucks.
yes, that is so many subclasses in this game, man.
It
That is
is.
so many
I'm
subclasses.
victim of
I
that
put
right
it
now.
in the
Yes,
I
you
put it in the
are.
Discord for
And I
context.
warned you.
I know you did. I tried to make it better by multi-classing and
It doesn't
it
work.
doesn't work.
Oh, but it's true. Everyone gets baited. Everyone gets baited by subclasses. Okay, let's move on, please. I need to. I personally need to. Um,
We're almost there.
Also at level 3, you get vestige spells. I remember reading this because I thought it was really weird. The magic of your vestige companion ensures you always have certain spells ready. Select one of the following cleric domains: life, light, trickery, or war. The domain spell of your chosen domain are warlock spells for you. When you reach a warlock level equal to a cleric level listed on the domain spells table for the domain you have chosen, you thereafter always have the listed spells prepared. And then it gives an example. I'm not going to do that. If you want to know, go read it yourself.
What an odd way of formatting that.
Yeah.
I'm so disturbed because I mean I get that this is technically a dying god and not all warlock packs are with gods, but like why did they need to be tied to clerics? Because warlocks already were another god-ish class.
Yeah.
The only thing I can think of, which again, this might be me doxing it a little bit,
Mm.
but the only thing I can think of is like that might have been for ease of like D&D Beyond to be like, we have this set list of spells. And when you reach this level, we can just put like a drop down box where you pick one of those domains and then you have all of them.
Mm. Well,
But like that seems very niche for them to specifically make something like that for D&D Beyond. So
And that really
that might
sucks
be
if we're
being a little bit of a
designing game
conspiracy theorist.
features around
Yeah.
D&D Beyond like
true.
compatibility. That's
I,
stupid and we
I
should
think
not be
that
doing
it's a
that.
little bit of a conspiracy theory. I don't know how much
You might
truth
not
there
be
might be to
wrong
that.
though.
I do remember when I read this, I did math it out because this gives warlocks access to spiritual weapon, and because warlocks upcast all their spells, this made spiritual weapon do like 5 whatever they do. Is it D10
Hell yeah.
or D8?
Also,
I think it's
giving them
D8.
yet another thing to put in the action economy.
And here's the funniest thing is it's stronger than your companion.
It is. Yeah, it is.
Your
That's all I
spiritual
wrote.
weapon is stronger than your dying god
It
vestige,
can't be hurt or damaged because it's spiritual weapon.
and it deals more damage. Anyway,
Great.
Why you move faster than it?
yes, I knew what you said through the robot, but
It
yes.
does in fact move faster than the vestige, yes.
Okay, let's keep going.
Jiggling the fiber optic cables outside my apartment complex, I think.
They're eating them. They're hungry. Vestige recovery. Awesome. Your vestige companion now regains its use of divine power whenever you finish a short or long rest when you use your magical cunning feature. What?
Huh?
What is magical is that just a straight warlock feature that's not
I was
mentioned in
gonna
the
say I don't know at
subclass?
all what that is.
I don't either.
Let's
It's not in this.
Wait, am I crazy? Okay, the divine power is the bonus action. Okay, I was like, what the
Yeah.
heck is the divine power? What?
I barely knew what that was, but I did remember it. But magical cunning, I have no idea.
I think they may just be pulling language from the warlock class.
that has to be a base warlock thing because it's not mentioned here at all anywhere.
Okay, hold on, everybody. We gotta.
Yep, I'm checking. Warlock 2024.
There it is.
Becoming a warlock.
You can perform an esoteric rite for 1 minute. At the end of it, you regain expended packed magic spell slots, but no more than a number equal to half your maximum. Once you use this feature, you can't do it again for a long rest.
So it's arcane recovery, but for warlocks.
Yeah.
Okay.
But wasn't the entire thing for warlocks that they get all their crap back on a short rest?
Shush.
Yeah.
Shush.
That's
Shush.
bullshit.
Okay. Also, describing it as you perform an esoteric rite, but we're not here. We're not here for that.
Okay, well, it's not quite arcane recovery because wizards have to do arcane recovery on a short rest. So this is now warlock can do it without a short rest, so they can get it back even quicker.
It just has to be esoteric enough. If the DM is
Yeah.
like, tell me what you do, and it's not esoteric enough, it won't
Yeah, if
work.
it's too like
Mhm.
mainstream and people know about it, you don't get it back.
I'm kind of in the listen. I don't want to detour too much harder, but I'm kind of of a mind that we just start doing that, where like someone's like, "Yeah, I'm going to do this feature," and I say, "Okay, you tell me how," and I'm like, not good enough.
Yeah,
It
There
doesn't
needs to
work.
be at least
It's-
3
it
types
has
of
to be
blood
esoteric,
involved.
man, and like I think at least 3 other party members understood that. I think.
I think that's tech, but anyway, level 10, aura of power. Oh, so now we're getting cleric and paladin stuff.
Hmm.
Your or your vestige companion increases in magical strength. As a magic action, you can cause the vestige to manifest an aura in a 30-foot emanation that originates from the vestige.
Oh wow, it
The
is just
aura,
paladin.
yeah. The aura lasts a number of hours equal to your charisma modifier. Oh my gosh. Or until the vestige disappears or is temporarily dismissed. You, the vestige, and your allies within the aura gain resistance to fire, necrotic, and radiant damage, and have immunity to the charmed and frightened conditions. Okay, it literally is just better than paladin.
Interesting selection of damages.
The damages I get because it's the 3 things, right?
Oh,
Fiend, undead, and
yeah.
celestial.
Yeah,
It's crazy
sure.
that it's
It's
just
all of
and.
them.
Yeah, it's there's no or. It's and. Once you manifest this aura, you can't do so again until you finish a long rest. I don't think it matters because you're probably going to last for 5 hours.
Mhm.
In addition, when you drop to 0 hit points while within the aura, you instead change your hit points to a number equal to your warlock level plus your charisma modifier. The vestige is then dismissed into a pocket dimension and can't return until you finish a long rest. Wow, very strong.
So it's also
Yeah.
it's a save you from death once, with probably most likely a minimum of 15 hit points, because if you're level 10 at that point, why wouldn't you have a 15 in your or
Yeah.
15 plus 5 in your charisma?
Mhm.
I mean, it doesn't really mesh a whole lot with the rest of the class, but I mean, also the whole class just hinges on the vestige, so I guess it doesn't matter.
No.
It's just a little crazy. It's a little crazy for level 10. I would think that'd be more of a higher, like the 14 one, but let's see what 14 gives us, huh? Semblance of life. What? Your vestige companion continues to grow in strength, and with your assistance, it can briefly adopt a more powerful form. Depending on the vestige's type, you can cast one of the following spells within the vestige within 90 feet of you without spending a spell slot or needing material components. Summon Celestial for Celestial, summon Fiend for Fiend, or summon Undead for Undead. When you cast a spell with this feature, the vestige becomes the summoned creature. Its game statistics are replaced by the summoned creature stat block. The spell's level is equal to half your warlock level, and the spell's duration is 1 minute. When the spell ends, the vestige returns to its previous form. Once you've cast this in the same way, you can't do it until you finish a long rest.
You couldn't
That's
just
terrible.
adequately level the stat block to reflect a higher level and more power.
That's probably the worst
now,
thing I've ever read in my life.
That's
call me
stupid.
crazy.
You're crazy.
Crazy.
I feel like summon undead is going to not be as good as summon celestial and
Having
fiend.
played a necromancer, it's straight up bad.
I feel like those stat blocks are going to have a little bit of a disparity in what they provide you with. Let me just check though real quick. Undead and fiend are both well, look at that. Fiend has 3 different types of HP that it can get depending on what kind of fiend you're making it. Summon undead. Yeah, no, summon undead by and bars just worse
It
than the
sucks.
other 2.
Necromancy
Celestial and
flat
fiend,
is bad.
looking at it from the perspective of like HP, they both get average between the 2 of them, like 50 HP base for their stat block. Undead gets 30.
Mhm.
20 hit point difference.
Hee all in all, for that entire thing, regardless of the disparity between the options, just just not. Don't do that
Yeah,
one.
it's not great.
Don't
It's
do
not
that
great.
one. Yeah. I think if anything, make the level 10 one the level 14 one and come up with something different because that's not good. Do something different for your what will now be the level 10 feature, your semblance of life.
I think they could have that the level 14. They could have been like enhanced aura of power and added the you can like get revived from death or well saved from dropping to 0 hit points as part of your aura at level 14.
Mhm.
That'd be fine. Again, I really just don't see what the vibe is for someone that wants to play this. I get the idea if you want to tell the story of doing a vestige dying god thing, do a different subclass and make that the story. There's nowhere in the rules that says you can't do that. There's
Yeah, it really should be like, because they kind of do it a little bit with like level 10 and 6, where it's like, yeah, your vestige is getting more powerful, but like, shouldn't the whole point be based off of the little thing we got told at the beginning that like as you grow in strength as a warlock, your patron is also once again regaining their strength. So they should be becoming like more of a full deity again and not a dying god anymore. Um, which I guess like technically you could be like, oh yeah, that's what the, but still it's not great with like, oh, you can give them the stat block of a summon celestial stat block or a summon fiend step like that. That's it. That's your god at the end of it all. Is there
True.
a guy with 60 hit points?
It's so weird. It's very strange. I'm not huge about it. I kind of get the vibe, but I'm not about it. Um,
Again, I think part of the problem comes from they sat down and they were like, we need another class to have, we need 4 subclasses for this. We were told our quota was 4 subclasses. We've got 3. What's our 4th one? We could do a summoner subclass again. That always works. Let's do a summoner subclass again. And then they kind of just threw spaghetti at the wall.
they just copy pasted.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they knew they were starting with the summoner stuff. And so that was good for like up to level 3 because that's all like the same across all the summoners. And then after that, they were kind of like, whatever.
And can I say that this is like not even, this doesn't tie in with the others at all. The rest of them are all pretty
I was just
definitively
thinking the
magic
same
themed.
thing. I don't understand what this has to do with being the like. It does not match.
Dying God.
And I remember, I think I was talking with Dylan about this. If you want to do a magic warlock, then it should be something like a long dead wizard or something like that. Do a lich, well, I mean,
Lich
I guess there's
patron.
undeath, but still, like there could be something else that's like an
Have it be
arcane
like
warlock.
yeah, like an aberration wizard who was like a super or abjuration, excuse me, not aberration, wizard who was like a super, I'm gonna like counterspell everything and dispel magic everything when he was alive. It's like the anti-lich. It's like the, well, I shouldn't say that, but
Something. I don't know, but oh well. All in all, though, yeah, the rogue one's good. Monk one's the worst. Vestige one's confusing.
Yeah.
And
I
the
think in order
paladin,
of ranking, I would put them from top to bottom: rogue, paladin, vestige, monk,
yeah,
warlock.
Yeah.
Monk.
that's what I would do.
I'm in agreement.
Paladin could be fixed. They need to choose, like, what are they going to do? Is it the anti-wizard or is it the pro my buddy wizard? It can't be both.
Yeah.
Monk, scrap it, come back, we'll try it again next time. Vestige, same thing. Rogue, good enough.
I feel like you could even
But
do
for
like an
different
A and
reasons,
B
I would say.
case.
I would say for different reasons, scrap it between the monk and the warlock. The monk is just not good.
They need to fix the features of the monk. The monk might work if they fix the features. The warlock
the
one,
flavor of the monk could be fine. It's the flavor of the warlock that's bad. For the warlock, because it doesn't match anything that it's doing.
Yeah, the mechanics are okay. I like the idea of the super nuke spirit weapon still.
You are the spiritual warlock. Your entire subclass revolves around spiritual weapon.
It goes so hard though because it's no concentration.
Yeah.
It's not a lot of movement. It does a lot of damage. It can't be hurt. Oh my gosh, it's actually really good.
It's better than the vestige.
Oh gosh. Okay, well, I think that's it. You guys happy?
But
No.
but if you use the spiritual weapon, then you don't have a bonus action for your wait. Is the bonus action separate? Or do you have to command the thing with a bonus action?
You have to command it with a bonus action for it to do anything other than dodge.
Okay, so then you can't command your funny little friend.
I know, that's the point.
He just watches while I use a superior spell.
He's not having to use him.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, if you want maximum value for spiritual weapon, you need to get your warlock to level 10 because I think that's when they get up to, that's when it's 5th level always, and that's where it stops.
Yep.
And then you also get the aura of power, and you can do the magic action, and it lasts for hours. So you do one magic action to get that aura. Bonus action, just use your your spiritual weapon and then do 10 levels something else like
And
paladin
you could
or
do
bard
the perfect warlock subclass,
or sorcerer.
multi-class, so paladin or well, yeah. It really depends on how
Any
you're
of the
playing. If you're playing
charismas.
if you're playing a melee or a range, yeah.
But anyway, well, as I said, if you guys are happy, then we still need to keep talking. But since we're not happy,
I'm not.
they've done their
This
jobs.
This one's left a better taste in my mouth than some of the previous ones, though.
I miss
Yeah.
the Halloween
It was
subclasses.
better overall. It was like a 50% all right,
Can I
whereas some
say-
in the past have been like just doo-doo all around.
The best part is that it was relatively short and easy to
True.
read.
True, I would appreciate more of that.
Because
Yes,
it was AI generated.
because it was AI generated.
Yeah.
Yes, me. Whenever I receive the new UA from the AI, and then I feed it into AI to give me the summary of what it was. Oh, all right, guys. Well, welcome to 2026. I'm sure there's only going to be more AI from here, unfortunately. But we won't. We won't be.
We will give you that guarantee.
You can't replicate us with AI, not with the things we've said, and AI won't do it.
and he keeps killing interns, so imagine
Yeah.
the resource costs.
It's
I'm
true.
sorry, but it would be unethical for me to say that phrase.
True. All right. Well, we'll catch you on the next one, I guess, folks. Anything else, anybody? All right.
Hey, we hope you enjoyed the episode you just listened to. If you really like our content, make sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell for notifications on YouTube, and look for us on Spotify. If you'd like to see us continuing to do more fun projects in the future, consider supporting us on Patreon. You can find our page linked in the description above all of our other social media links. And finally, if you'd like to keep up with the zany shenanigans of our lives and check out some more skit-based content and things like that, check us out on Twitter and TikTok, links in the description. And hey, thanks.